Um, it's being married and working together can always bring its own unique challenges. But the great thing about us being able to go out and call on businesses together is the unique aspects that it brings. As if she is able to go into a woman's shop and show interest in things that they're interested in that I would have no clue about, it builds that relationship with them where I may miss that aspect.
I think also a difference in personalities. Some people, um, relate better to different personality types, and I think that it really helps that we can feed off of each other, and that if Paul feels like someone's not really responding to the way I'm talking or what I'm saying, then he will step in, and we also have a lot of fun together. We're able to build each other up. If there's days that I'm having a rough day, it's nice to have someone right there with me that can encourage me and that can um, encourage me to keep going and not, give up early or call it a day early. And it also helps just with organization and with just, I feel like in every aspect, it's a really blessing to be able to work together and use our different strengths and weaknesses to help us achieve more than we could by ourselves.
One of to me the huge benefits of this career is the freedom that you have. Um, you don't report to an office every day and things like that. And after a few years of working very hard and having residuals come in and knowing that that is going to be there every month, it's been nice to, on occasion when something comes up with family, with kids at school, to just be able to go and be a part of that. We have a lot of family in the area, and so we spend a lot of time, what may be considered most people's work time, taking time to go to lunch with somebody that we wouldn't have an opportunity to, or be a part of a kid's school play that we wouldn't typically be able to go to. And in turn, when we go out on weekends, we're still working. So it does balance itself out. There's some great freedoms in just being able to work whenever you want to, and take time off whenever you want to.
I think it's neat that it can be very focused on your family, and as long as you're very intentional and motivated and disciplined to make the most of the time that you are working and not to abuse the flexibility of it, I think it's awesome to be able to work hard, but then when there is something that comes up that's important, that you don't have to be really nervous, or am I going to be able to get the time off to do this, that you know that you can work your work schedule around different things with your children or your family that come up. I also think it's really exciting to be able to work while on vacation. There's many times when taking a vacation, either within the state of Texas or out of state, that I'm going to do the same thing. I still feel like I'm in work mode. I want to enjoy time with my family, but if we're eating at restaurants and we are staying at a resort or a hotel, I'm absolutely going to maximize that opportunity and build a relationship, let them know what I do, and either talk to them then or make contact with them once I'm back home. And it's very exciting that I'm not limited to just selling and working here in my town where I live. I think the greatest thing is just a good attitude. People can absolutely tell if you enjoy your job, and people can absolutely tell when you walk in their business if you're happy and in a good mood, or if you're just dragging your feet in there because you've got to hit a certain number of businesses per day. So I think a good attitude is the most important. I also think it's important to relate to the people and to try to build somewhat of rapport and friendship with them. So just to let them know that you're a real person. You're not just like some sales robot coming in just trying to make a commission and then get out of there.
For me, I absolutely agree with that. I think that is the key. I tell a story to several businesses that, when I was growing up, I had choices in careers. I could have been, a cop, an astronaut, or a credit card salesperson. And so I chose credit card sales. Well, not really, of course, but, it's neat to talk to them and say that, I have the ability to work with businesses, helping them on things that they need, offering better service than what they're currently getting. And so for me, a key thing is just enjoying what you do, enjoying working with people, enjoying talking to people, and showing them that you truly care about them, and you're not, like Kelly said, not just there to make money off of them. You're truly there to help them. Getting into this industry, looking back now, I had an opportunity a couple years ago to change careers and do a job where I would report to an office every day. I would have 2 weeks of vacation a year, and that's it. And looking at that alone, I just wasn't interested in it at all. This has changed our life, and financially, just the stability that it brings, but more importantly, the time that we have together, the freedom to just go out and work all the time, or take time off when you need it, and have time with family, have the assurance that you're going to be taken care of by a company. Just the residuals that are coming in, the people in the office, the owners of the company, just that they all care about you, that they all want the best for you, and that you're not out there alone. I mean, it's working for this company has changed it from reporting to a job every day to really loving what I do, and just making it part of my life, and not feel like I'm working, but just living life and helping people as I go along.
I think this career in this company offers lots of freedoms. It offers financial freedom more than we could have ever expected, as far as working hard, and the reward is totally amazing. And it is amazing the financial freedom that we have now after really investing and pouring into this and giving it everything we had.
The interesting thing is that you're actually building a business, not even by yourself. You're building it with other, you have a support, you got help from the office, you got a tech support, you got all this support, and and there's no startup money. You don't have to come up with money. All these people want to build their own business, but they don't know where to start. They don't have a system in place. We got everything in place. All you got to do is work, and you got all the support backing you. So it's totally different than building it totally from scratch.
We were at a time in our lives where we had just gotten married, we had just moved into a new house. It was not a good time, and I was in transition of a different job. So I wanted a steady income, I wanted health insurance, and he's telling me about going into merchant services, and it just did not sound good to me. Now I love it, I wouldn't trade it for anything, and I'm so glad he did it. Once we had gone to an event with the Bank Card Group, and I had seen what it was really about, what the people were about, what the company was about, I changed my mind completely. And I told him, you're definitely doing this. You have to do this.
I love residuals. So
do I.
Yeah, there's no way about it. The thing about it is, in corporate America, they can lay you off at any time. They can say, you're gone. It's over. We're done. We don't need you anymore. You can build up I had a sales territory in my other company where I built all that up. They can just take it away and move you somewhere else. I don't have territories. I can build all that up. I can build my residuals up to what I want, that's exciting to be able to do that, to build up something for you and your family and stuff while you're helping people along the way. It's phenomenal. As far as how this has really helped my family, I think it's great. I drop my boys off at school every day. Where if you have a corporate America job, obviously you might be stuck in traffic or doing whatever. If my kids have an event at school, like a parade, or they got something going on at school, boom, I can structure my time and schedule my time ahead of time to go be there and do that stuff. And that's priceless. You only get one shot at it, so that's so important. But but then there are other times where I might work a longer day to make up for that time. So, but it's what you put into it. If you kind of take a half day or every day, obviously you're not going to build it. You got to put that effort in up front, work hard, and build it up so you have a little bit more freedom, a little bit more options to be able to do that. And that, you can't put a price tag on that.
I love the flexible work schedule because I have the freedom to do what I want to. If I need to be off early, go out of town, or just one of those days where I just can't get up and want to sleep in as the weather's not too good, and I want to stay in bed, I can do that. I've got that freedom. But working with the Bank Card Group has been a phenomenal experience for me. It's like no other job I've had. Like I said, the owner's doors are always open, and they're also just a phone call away. Most companies I've worked for in the past, if you wanted to talk to the general manager, that was hard to get into. But with the Bank Card Group, you can easily call the president of the company, vice president of the company, any manager you want to speak to. But outside of work, these guys are my friends. Everybody from the sales support to the sales team, owners of the company, managers, I consider everybody family and a friend.
Anytime you're in sales with residual income, you've got an opportunity to build your client base, and you get paid what you're worth, not what your job position is worth. There's many job positions out there, and literally, no matter how good a job you do, it's only worth X number of dollars to the employer. But in this case, your employer, the Bank Card Group, wants you to sell more. They want to pay you more because it's positive for all.
Okay.
That's funny. Brandon has many traits that make her a success in this business, and the main one is not understanding the word no.
Okay.
When someone presents an objection to Brandon, there is no doubt she's going to turn it around and make that person feel as though within 5 minutes they're not going to realize that they objected the first time. She's going to make something their idea and compliment them on something and just get the conversation turned to a positive one on her behalf.
Does that transcend into the home too?
There is no doubt that is done at home daily.
I feel the key to my success is the driving train for me behind the whole deal. First of all, was in the very beginning was my 3 kids, because they are the most important thing to me in the world, and now, which has now grown since I've married Mitchell, to 5 kids. You can sit right here, Katie. Just sit right here. You can
Job
get
is
that she, like some people, when they work, they don't get to pick up their kids from school and drop them off and stuff. But she gets to drop me off, and I get to say bye to her before school, you know. And she picks me up from school, so I get to see her a lot. Unlike some of those kids who don't really get to see their parents a lot.
And I have to contribute a lot of my success to the Bank Card Group, because they've given me the tools I need. When I need help or I need something done, they're right there to help us. I mean, I don't feel like I've ever had to need if I've ever needed anything to be successful or get a deal done, they've always made sure it happened.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If over a period of time, and like Cindy said, we're just learning how the residuals work, and I've been doing it for 2.5 years. Do it over a period of time, and then it's kind of like a savings account, and it just builds. And so you're actually, you still have to work hard, and you still have to do everything the same thing, but it builds and it builds and it builds, and then all of a sudden you're going, wow, how did I get that high? That's an amazing thing.
They seem to be a very family-oriented company. We do things a couple times a year as a family, with the group. I haven't been around them a whole lot, but they always seem to help him out and back him up and show him the right way to go.
Okay.
I had a stroke a year ago, and I was afraid of my job. I was afraid that I couldn't get it done. I was afraid, and basically everybody just kind of put their arm around me and said, "Hey, Zig, we're gonna help you no matter what." And that was an amazing thing.
I tell Ziggy every day that I could never do what he does. I could never do it. But if someone has done sales before, or they've never done sales before, I would recommend giving it to try it.
I can't say enough about sales support, and I'm not just talking about sales support, but I'm talking about, everybody that's, the upper echelon people. They always help me. They talk to me. They don't think they're too big for the britches. Everybody just treats me nice. Treats me like a regular person, and I think that helps me know that people are behind me if I fall down, that they'll pick me up.
The one thing that I missed the most was being a part of a family and actually caring about the people that work around you and having to follow those HR rules and regulations. It's not that we don't have HR here, it's just that, I want to be able to have fun. I want to have a good company. I want to have a vibrant company and not be worried about some number that somebody up at corporate wants to meet.